Alright, what's up lads? Welcome back to another session here. In the previous episode we defeated Great Britain. Wow. That was really difficult, but we managed to pull it off. So there's a lot of things that need to be sorted out, including our army composition and all sorts. Ah, jeez. Now, I've got some good news here, guys. If we check out Spain, we can see he's converting to Basque. Woohoo! So, once and for all, we can check all of Iberia off of the list. Spain has been extremely good and extremely loyal to us. However, we've got other issues. And I'm kind of thinking, like many of you, the solution to Kiev might just be integrating them and then re-releasing them. However, I cannot integrate them for another 7 years or so. And man, I would just kill for him to accept the culture. I would just kill for him to accept the culture. We've already spent so much developing the land. If I spend more developing the land, it's only going to make it more expensive to integrate. But either way, I'm thinking about this episode annexing Sweden. And all the Scandinavian cultures are accepted by Lapland. So that's really good. Let's get back into things here. I have a concern with the Gothic and Pontic culture. So, we're going to have Greece. Take a relative on our throne, and then we're going to force Greece to transfer trade power towards us. And then we're going to go ahead and break him from being our subject. Oh boy. Seems like a long shot, of course, but yeah. Trying to PU Greece. Now, Circassia has accepted Georgia with Georgian culture, which is exactly what we had hoped. And the next stop is to give him all of this culture, which I couldn't pronounce to save my life. Dagestan. I could. Lol. I thought it was, I don't know why I can't say Dagestan. I mean this name here that begins with that. If we can give him all of Dagestani culture, then maybe because it's large proportional to his size, Circassia, he will accept that. I hope so. I really do. And that's actually the Caucasus region taken care of, if that is the case. Whew. So this is gonna be rough trying to PU these guys. We need to PU the Crimea. And we could split Italy between a couple subjects. That's possible. But either way, let's get things going here. So it's going to be quite awkward to sort out our composition. Maybe we should just redo our composition. So our combat width is 38. Bruce wants an alliance. No, sorry, guy. An alliance. Sorry, guy. Not going to happen. Now we're over our military leader limit. And this is costing us, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that because those military points are important as well. I suppose if we declared this war, yeah, our subjects alone could probably wreck them. So let's go ahead and just do that. We're at war now. We're also integrating Georgia. And I plan, of course, to use one of our culture slots on England, the same way we've used it on Slovak. Oh yeah, I forgot that this is Slovak, but it starts as Ruthenian. So I couldn't convert it to Transylvanian even if I wanted to, which would be the most appropriate to give all of this area to Ragusa. That's a bit awkward. Wait, what? $14, $16, so that's 30. Now combat width is what? 38. Alright. Gonna try out 36 cannons. Truces up with Denmark. He should be... What kind of diplomacy does he have? He should be easy. Denmark should be really, really easy to fully annex. But Lapland's gonna have overextension issues. $28, $29, $30, $31, $32, $33, $34, $35, $36, $37, $38. I think that's 38, but I must have miscounted. Seems like too many. Alright, I'm gonna overkill our infantry a little bit, so that we know if we combine 2 stacks we're over our... Wait, no, 20k is good for precisely that. Calm down. It's good. Okay, assuming this one's 20k as well, I'm kind of content with this being our stack here. And let's move out to kick probably the Pappy's ass and get things moving. Otherwise, we're massively overextended. We're basically 100% overextended. So we're definitely going to need more infantry either way. My manpower's high. Let's build regular infantry as they're going to be stronger. So 22 and 18. Nice. Looks like this is the same composition as my sort of main template that I built ages ago. I didn't know about this game, Lance. I didn't know about it. Like, we have less than 100 years remaining in this game, and it's going to be so difficult to actually acquire the goal. I am looking forward to diplomatic ideas. It's awkward with Greece guys because I want to insult him so that he no longer... Dang, that fort fell quickly. I wish to insult him so that he no longer wants to royal marriage me, but the issue is we have to royal marriage him to be able to PU him. when we want. So, do I dare just try to engage the Pope in the grasslands? I think I might try. Sucker. Even though we're outnumbered and only like half our combat width, we smashed them. Get wrecked, mate. This prestige is a big issue here on Brittany, lads. I don't know what to do about that. I really don't. We need the prestige on Brittany to be able to have him become Empire government rank. Now I'm going to need a stack here on the British Isles because the rebels are inevitable. So why don't I just do that, I suppose. Whose idea was it to just declare this war and our subjects would win it for us? Because they're walking around like potatoes. They're not doing a good job. Three, 5, 6. Nice stats there on our air, which will probably not last long, knowing this game. Sipping on my coffee. It's early in the morning here, guys, so I apologize also if you can hear it in my voice. I also typically sneeze early in the morning when I get up and try to record. All right. Cannons is 18. So let's sort out this composition as well of that remaining stack, but we only need one stack on the British Isles, I imagine. The stack can come and help deal with Sweden. We seem to have seriously gotten wrecked in some ways against the British. Like, my composition is non-existent in the same way that it used to be, at least. All of those mercs died off, I suppose. I'm glad that those of you who remain, though, still have been leaving nice comments that you have enjoyed this so far. That's really good. Whether we achieve or do not achieve our goal, because at this rate, it's not looking like a guaranteed thing. But of course, I'm not giving up yet, am I? I've got a few ideas to hopefully pull this off. Integrating Georgia there. Now, our truce is up with the Ottomans, and I wish to go to war with him as well. In this case, I wish to just have a short truce. So I'm going to break his alliance with anybody obnoxious who's overseas. And that's it. Because I don't want to go peace out Portugal and France, etc. Now, in the Swedish case, I wish to fully annex him. Oh, he's got territory down in West Africa, so never mind. It's kind of a good thing, because he will be much more enthusiastic about ceding land and not being fully annexed. But that looks good to me. We need 69 war score. Where'd this guy come from? I don't recall sending him. Wait, what? What happened? I did some automatic transportation by mistake? Who are you? Genuinely don't recall what's up with that guy there. Oh well. Some people considered I should abandon the PU and try to PU Kiev. I thought about that as well. I thought it was undoable, but this is my own weak claim. Yeah, calm down, Monk. Don't be dumb. If we let him free, my thought process in that regards is that it's so RNG. I'm not willing to abandon all of this land that we've acquired off of him. I will instead painfully bite the bullet and integrate Kiev. That's what I'm thinking about. We're going to integrate him and then release another subject who, because it's Russian and unlike, for example, Italian, which are very small and many cultures, Russian is only 5, I think. 6. 6. So we should be able to sort it out, in my opinion, by re-releasing Kiev. Or any Russian for that matter. As long as we're smart in the same way that we were with Lapland and give him the, well, whatever. I think you guys see what I'm saying. It's just going to be a slow, painful process, which is upsetting, considering how much work we have put into this campaign. We shouldn't have to work anymore, right? The whole world should just be granted to us for free. These Russian separatists are actually progressing quite well. Sort them out. It's really weird. So obviously I was overlooking this 12k, but that's no problem. I think we'll go ahead and make yet another stack here. Who needs 3 cavalry though when we don't have any cavalry bonuses? So let's just get rid of that. I don't know what to do about this freaking prestige. Why was your prestige was high enough, Brittany? You're letting the team down, mate. I'm just saying, you're letting the team down. Now I have to think. I wish to go to war against the Ottomans, so let's preemptively march these troops out here. And this fort is not falling extremely quickly. Let's try to change that by also plopping a general onto here. Hmm. I have to keep checking the dynastic tab, which is quite unpleasant, but we have to be vigilant. We have to check when this guy passes away. He's 45 years old. So we've got a truce with Greece, but at this stage I'd be willing to truce break. That is something that we could recover from with not too much difficulty. Poor Lapland's war exhaustion is probably way up due to this stupid war. He's at 6. Let's try to sort him out. Dang, we're not doing well at all in war score. Ragusa's sorting some of the situation out. Now, another thing we can do is declare on Tunis. The problem with the Ottomans is he's actually got extremely strong diplomacy. It's quite obnoxious. So, yeah, I'll be a little bit more deliberate in trying to go for this capital city and piecing out the Timurids this time around. So that we actually have a decent amount of war score in a decent amount of time against the Ottomans, which was kind of our issue last time. Speaking of war score, I think it's because of all of the occupations that the Swedes have, but our war score is really lackluster right now, even though we've occupied just about everything. And it's because Portugal. Alright, I didn't even realize we were at war with Portugal. Shows what I know. Such an elite player, lads. Alright, well, with that in mind, rather than rushing out to Portugal, I might just start another war here, and let his enthusiasm wane. You know what? Let's travel by sea, it's faster. We need to travel around anyway. Bring the stack all the way around to Constantinople. And we need the navy over here to travel across the strait. Yeah, so I have a few ideas. I'm not going to give up on this campaign. There's no way that I would. We will achieve it, right, lads? We will fully accept every culture in Europe. I'm determined to do it. We're so rich now, by the way. This is awesome. The trade just went, like, in the last decade, the trade went just through the roof. Which is pretty cool. Now I need to get this guy across to the British Isles because there's seriously going to be some issues in that regard. We can tech up ahead of time. I can also take an idea group. Everybody's on tech 25 militarily. That's not the best. We'd hope that we would have a bit of an advantage. Freaking revolutionaries slowing me down. Typical. They spawned right in my path. Just don't stack by me. Ah. So reinforce those troops so that they actually have some kind of composition. That was hilarious. I just I'm not very far ahead, guys, of my series, and you guys thankfully
We're not disappointed with the invasion of the British Isles, it seems. Which I was kind of worried about because it was not very flawless, was it, lads? Get out of here, you Scandies. Alright, now I'm about to declare war on the Autobots once again. Some people were talking about Kiev might not have the Diplo points. Now, I seriously doubt that is the case. Dude, I don't know what we're supposed to do about Brittany's his prestige. The Spanish prestige just went up. I don't know what to do about Brittany's. This is bad. Oh, jeez, he's got 41 heavies. Oh, god dang it. He just decided to go ham on his navy recently. Flip. I didn't expect that. That's bad. Uh-oh. Alright, I'm going to send 2 stacks out towards the Timurids. Okay, now he... He might just let me through by the looks of things, which would be very much appreciated. Sweet. Now if I piece out Scandinavia, I have to make sure that our overextension is not a dramatic issue here. If I take them for myself, let's quickly check how much overextension this is going to make. 64, yeah. So it would be an issue. The nobles are worried. Well, I'm worried too, guys. Calm down. We're at 1 stability. It's the worst we've been at in ages. In fact, 160. I'm gonna boost it 1 time. No need to destabilize the country, you noobs. So, due to the capital being ticking war score, let's take it ASAP. Because that war score is going to be important here in this war. Alright, well that makes me feel good. We're actually ahead in military points. My biggest concern though is trying to develop these so that he accepts the culture, then he doesn't, then we have to integrate him anyway, you know? Which is, we're making him cost, you know, more and more and more. Alright, here, I want to move out to take the Timurids out. In regards to our estates, we really want the burghers to be happy for the dev cost reduction. We just increased our land maintenance cost, but thankfully we're just incredibly rich, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue for us. I've been trying to use our manpower while we have it, because our regular infantry are stronger. Mercenaries really served us well in the early game, but... Anyways, guys, we shouldn't underestimate the Ottomans. They have an atrociously large amount of troops, and I don't know exactly where they are, so I'm trying to be vigilant here, watching this spot. But we also have an atrocious amount of troops. Nice, he's down there. Of allies, which can come and reinforce. There's 1 stack down here. Timurid's fort level is still bad, which means hopefully we can get him out fairly quickly. And my next idea group was intended to be Diplo. Unfortunately, I feel really starved on Diplo points. I hate that, but it's the case. But I do wish to take diplomatic ideas next. Now, my missionaries are not doing anything. Let's convert for Lapland. Alright, we're doing a good job sieging him down. So, in regards to the Ottomans, this is basically bonus points to take the core for the Mamelukes. I'd have no problem taking this, which is technically Europe. And I'd have no problem uniting our country here. So we're slightly over 100, but I'm going to hand this off to Circassia. So I'm looking at about that for our peace offer, guys. Which was 87 war score. So we need to push and get there. Where's Derby? Derby's in England as well. We can't call that. Feels bad, man. Alright, now speaking of England, I'm feeling quite secure that we did in fact bridge the gap. So I will just bring my navy around to get these troops onto the British Isles, I guess. Timurids are getting whooped by Kurland. Good stuff. Those Western troops doing their job. So our allies appear to just be winning, which is good. Our truce is up with the Crimea, so it's about now, the Crimea, that you give us an inch. Same goes for you, Savoy. The Greek is only 23 years old, dude. This is it's not boding well for our future. Now, the Timurids would want to finally break his alliance with the Ottomans when we peace him out. Maybe they don't do it while they're at war, right? There's that to consider. They won't accept culture while they're at war. Sometimes the game does stuff like that, even if it's not part of the rules. There are the English separatists, 80% progressed. Nice. Getting that development all over at this stage of the game. The industry blowing up. No, that's a problem. I need that fort because it's cut off. Now the Swedes are at 40%, but I have to make sure we're not overextended. That would be quite awkward right now, increasing the size of the British rebellion and so on, which I'm sure will be very large. We can't peace out anyway. It would come down to whether we can peace out Portugal or not. He's obviously, his assets in the New World should be getting ravaged. Apparently not. It's just going to be length of war then, I guess. No big deal to us, as we plan to be at war anyway. Now in Kartli, I built up this monstrosity of a fort because it's on the mountains there, and I suspect this is going to be a contested area for quite some time. But I'm going to hand it off to Circassia as well, considering he's already accepted Georgia and we've caught it up for him. So it shouldn't be too hard for him to manage. Timur is almost done, and I imagine that will give us some more war score than it costs to lose the occupations. I imagine, due to his massive size, that we'll gain war score from piecing him out. So this war with the Ottomans is actually going quite smoothly, faster than I had anticipated. Everybody's high enthusiasm. Dude, my poor subjects are getting so war exhausted. This is quite upsetting, guys. I decided to just get rid of Greece because it's going to take another... It's going to be done in 1770, the culture conversion here of Constantinople. So I decided to just get rid of Greece and try to re-PU him and then hand Constantinople back at that stage. Well, I regret going in here. I don't know where those Timuridi troops came from. But we're just too strong, mate. Feels good. Oops, I probably lost some mercenaries. I'm so used to shift consolidating. Probably lost some mercs there. Alright. Negative 5%, eh? Let's do military. Oh, that's a fort level 8. Rip. We should check, I suppose, how large is the British rebellion? 75,000. That's really obnoxious, but it should not all be in the same location, right? How much control does Brittany have? 5%. Alright, because we're never going to get that 5% from Brittany, but 5% is not too much. Not that big of a deal, his influence in the British Channel I'm talking about. Kill what troops? And he's got a good general. Everybody appears to have a good general right now. So it's about 68 war score to do the Swedes. So unless we peace out Portugal, the Swedes are still barely going to have enough enthusiasm to continue this war at this rate. Even potentially after the Ottomans. That's a lot of manpower, dude. 10 years of fort defense. We just lose some army professionalism there. Feels bad, man. Either way, I know it's a little bit of an odd spot, guys. I'm actually going to call this an episode here while we're fighting out the war. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just hoping that something gives, right? We see the acceptance culture. The PU possibilities over Greece, Savoy, and Crimea. Otherwise, we're going to have to start doing some stuff which is quite painful. Really, really quite painful to pull this off. Something that is not my first resort. Uh-oh. He's just fighting me here. I don't have a general equip. Okay. We're good, we're good, we're good. With that in mind, I think I will equip the general and then just go in and fight him myself. These two, I'm going to try to be a little bit more neighborly. Hopefully if this fort falls here, we can piece out the Timurids, and that would be a little bit of a better spot to end this episode, I guess. Of course, with that in mind, we do not take the occupation like I would hope. Standard stuff. I'm getting blocked in here because he took that fort. That's sketchy. Let's just stick together. There it is. Alright, lads, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. The Timurids are now pieced out, and the Ottoman enthusiasm should diminish dramatically, I would suggest. Why not go for Yarkand while we're here? If he lets me across the strait, we can go for that capital as well, it looks like. So that's it, guys. It's just going to come down to, right now I'm waiting to call this up so we can piece out the Swedes without giving the occupation to Lapland. And it's going to come down to these PUs, whether our life is easy or not, but it's going to become tedious either way. My intention is to integrate this guy in 2 years. That's kind of what I'm looking at, because, yeah, it is what it is. It feels bad, man. All the work. We released him, we fed him, released him, PU'd him again, released him from our control, PU'd him, and that's my bad. I should have known. Stupid Russian principality. We'll sort it out in the future. I'll see you next time.